Okay, so sorry about that. It's so fucking hot. Apparently these phones shut off. You know what? I'm not gonna be a pussy, son. It's only about 80 some degrees. No, I don't even think it's gonna reach 90 this week. Is that hot? I mean, some of y'all are laughing at that. New York laughs at our winters. You know, Florida, Cali, y'all laugh at our summers. That's just the way it is. But you wouldn't be fucking laughing if a tornado come fucking wrecked your little city now, would it? Luckily, cities are kind of like anti-tornado, or you would have something like that. Most likely. There's always air currents there, you know, along water lines usually, so I would just assume cities like to keep that stuff away, though. I personally think tornadoes are pretty cool. It is what it is, right? Pecos Build channel. Check it out if you want to. He's a tornado chaser. You know, he's his own person. He doesn't do it with the TV. He does it crazy too. He's a crazy guy. I like him. Okay, so there I go again, suggesting people, right? If you want me to suggest you start making, you know, some good content, and I always talk about you, even if you know, if you start making stuff, I definitely eventually will. I mean, you gotta drop, like, you know, new important things though, like that stuff that's already been said, like yeah, they've deleted that off the net a ton of times, and they'll probably, you know, eventually take yours too. I used to document this stuff. Unfortunately, the documentation, I believe, has been lost when my computer, I don't want to blame it on someone else, when my computer magically crashed. And I had to reinstall the operating system over and over until I started making a backup, about a new drive to make a backup of that one. Then I never had to do it. Never had to use the backup, I believe. I might have once or twice, but I swear I didn't really need to. I just started, once I started studying making the backups, that was it. No more crashing. Magic, ain't it? Oh, 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 it's magic. So, Patrick Little, see, I thought I should put this out because I've seen these deceptors go through, and I'm not, this is where I left off. I'm not talking about, you know, I'm talking about like Alex Jones and all these other people, Andrew Engelstein. It gave me red flags, and I was like, you know, I gave them, you know, a chance. You want to give people a chance. It's in the human condition to want to give people chances, you know. Like, see, black people learn about this real fast in the ghetto, because they know that person screaming like, hey, they got these cheeseburgers for sale, man. They know, you know, that's the person you don't trust, right? You might get punched in the face if you buy those cheeseburgers. Probably not. They probably just stole them from the store in your backyard and just walk straight to your door, started knocking. You need a little 5 rock. But, you know, you learn this shit in the hood. Shit's real there. And so black people generally tend to know this, but white people are fucking some gullible ants and shit. You know, that's odd. That movie was called that, right? And its theme was about that. You know, they just do whatever, and that's that. Whatever they're told, and they'll keep doing it. And as long as too many of them don't die, you know, as long as all of them don't die, they'll just keep doing it. Whatever. And, you know, they don't want to stick their head up too far. But they will have provoked and pushed. But these people like Alex Jones and all these alt-right leaders, they're saying deceptive stuff. When White said it's not the Jews, you know, right away that White is lying to you, and he's not saying that, you know, with like a yeah, we're gonna get him look. He's saying that with the scared as fuck look, and you got to quit giving them this peaceful white benefit of the doubt, gullible bullshit, because they're just taking advantage of this over and over. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to change it. and I don't know how to change. I don't know how to act towards it 100. Well, maybe I do, but you know, you can't really be sure because of the simple want for things to just work out, and rather than confront overlords who have taken over things. We are good at that. We have kings and queens all our lives. We've built empire after empire because the slaves, you know, everyone was a freaking slave in all of our empires, one time or another. And the new thing is the old thing to convince you if you were a civilian, you were free and not a slave. So you're free. Woo, woo, coo. Fly away, birdie. So this guy needs question. You know, I'm not saying this with any proof, and I've stated this, and I'm going to keep stating it through the video. That way, you know, you can't edit and be like, oh, look, he's a loon just saying everyone's all fucked up. I'm saying, look into these people. You know, this guy, he's linked to the same alt-right dog whistles, right? He's being linked through the alt-righters that many of us have already quit listening to. You know, the people not behind fake accounts. Many of these people moved on to flat earth, I believe. I believe that was like a way to separate the liberals behind Trump, because let's not bullshit. This is the same movement over and over. Truthers, libertarians, alt-right. It was like liberals awakening to Colin Flaherty telling them that niggers is waiting at your door gonna kill you. And look at Flaherty, man. Flaherty's the name of a priest in Germany. Because he wasn't a priest, he was hiding. He was Jewish because he was in Germany, and supposedly Hitler was looking to get rid of people like him and George Soros and Sheldon Adelson and Netanyahu, and you know, he was looking to get rid of those people supposedly. So these people had to leave and they had to hide. And Flaherty, the priest O'Flaherty, looks exactly like Colin Flaherty, man. I mean, wow. But Lane Merchant looks like Lane Merchant. You know what I'm saying? They leave a trail for you to find it. If they have this superior understanding or any sort of superior advanced powers, they leave a trail to be found. Yeah, they want you to solve the mystery. And you know, there's two ways to look at that, or three. You know, some cops will tell you criminals just like to brag and shit, but they brag and they leave a trail. You know, it's quite a separate thing. And so sometimes you leave a trail because you want to see who can find it. You know, who can find the most Easter eggs on Giant Bunny Day, right? Out in the field. You know, Jesus popped some eggs out his butt. And apparently that's what that's about, right? Nah, not paganism. Anyways, the you just gotta question these people. It's his links, man. It's like he's in the swamp. The swamp is telling us about him. And these transformers, it don't work like that in real organizations. You know, if you're a Mason, you ain't transforming into, you know, the Aladdins. And are those the same people? You know, I've heard they're linked. So, I mean, apparently they all link back to one group, right? And it just, like, you have the mafia. If you like, you know, in Corleone's family, and Corleone's having a beef with El Gucci. Gucci, he don't want you. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're like a rat, even if you're a Stulio, and you're like, hey, Gucci, I got the information. Hey, Gucci be like, hey, I love you, Stulio. I mean, what's your name? Stulio, Pigeon. And they'll be like, yeah, we're buddied now. But seriously, you're never going to be part of that group. You're a fucking stool pigeon. You're never going to be part of that fucking group. And they know this. I mean, they operate like a legit organization, a business, high-end businesses, Google and stuff like that, tech companies, any company, anywhere, making chemicals, and whoever makes thermite, whoever makes guns, whoever makes bombs, all this stuff, they check your background to make sure you're not working with these other people. Now, sometimes they want you from there because they want you to defect, but the point is they're never going to trust you, and you're never really like a part of this. And that's unfortunately how we have to be. We have to, whatever you're looking for, you have to keep your family tight, and because they're just slipping right in over and over. And the people getting stuck in the past, man, I don't even know about that. It seems like they're bots, because I've seen a lot of these over and over. And you can see on my page right now, I got chicken and watermelon gives me that, and every comment he makes is him being pissed about me exposing Jewish power. And it's like, dude, this is one of those Jewish Nazis I'm telling you about, behind a fake account. They're behind LinkedIn accounts, and they fucking they also have accounts where they pose as gangsters, and they go to Palestinian page and they're like, fuck yo Palestine, like we's with white people. I mean, how fucking fake is that? These people are so dumb. Now, see, the Pakistanis and all these other non-Americans, non-white Americans, non-black Americans, non-Mexican Americans, everyone who's American sees that and is like, black people don't fucking side with Israel, and they're in the streets, they'll be like, we is Palestine and stuff. And there's some Uncle Toms who work for the military and stuff. I met one, right? And all you got to do is tell those people about who ran the slave trade, and I'm sure they'd be like, oh, I'm a Palestinian, aren't I? Well, yeah, you are. We're all Palestinians. But that's where the focus on that is. I seen someone saying, you're cucking out if you're talking about that. Motherfucker, white people do not deserve to exist if you're just going to terrorize the planet. You got to act better than that. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be supreme. You've got to act it. You've got to educate. You've got to, put down the guns and the crack. You got to put that down and fucking educate yourself, right? You got to put down all that stuff. The beer, the whiskey, and the mother... I'm not even saying put down the drugs. You can read a book while you're fucked up. Better than not reading a book, right? It's better than going out to the bar and passing out. It's better than, going out and fucking your life up while you're drunk driving. I'm not saying you can't do that if you ain't intelligent, but apparently that doesn't work for most people. So I think I would recommend against that on a general basis. But this guy, like, his dog whistling is calling out the same dogs the alt-right did, and he's saying he's alt-right. And they're all the alt-right who we already ditched are like calling for him, right? And the first thing is how do these people get a hold of each other? Yeah, right, okay, sure. They magically form these networks of 8 deceptors who end up all being deceptors and never able to break the mold until you push them to, and it's time to turn the new leaf and create the new deception. Alt-right, alt-light, Jew-aware. Truther to libertarian to alt-right. Those were weird jumps. It was kind of like back and forth. We went liberal to middle ground to Republican. With doubt, Alex Jones is probably going to be gone at one point. Apparently no one lives forever. That's what we're told. So he might not live. Anyone, even a 6-year-old might not live through the next thing. So, they always have someone else they can replace him with. But, Alex Jones has been the leader of these last 4 groups. I even seen that they're calling out the alt-right and showing you that these deceptors like ex-rebel who are now alt-right are forming together and stuff. And it's like, so? That's what I've been saying for years now. That's exactly what fucking TYT did, but for the liberals. They took the people who wanted they wanted to break free from the mainstream liberals because they're fucking idiots. Even liberals didn't want to be part of that, right? I mean, it's not that liberals is idiots and Republicans are idiots. It's they just keep getting fed brainwashing propaganda, and they're researching false things. If they told you like drink gasoline and cyanide every day for your health, like it'd be false research that they would be bringing up, and it wouldn't work very well, from what I'm told, right? It's not they're all so stupid. I mean, especially, I'm always saying the liberals are youth, right? Yeah. Youth aren't stupid. They're like smarter than old people. The oldest person to create a new math, in deep, it won this math award, was like 34, 35. Boxing, around the same age, you kind of drop off. You start fighting people your own age and stuff. I hear a little bit it goes on now. I'm sure that's due to hormones extending your life. And I know mathematicians and scientists are using the drugs as well. I mean, they're creating this Adderall and all this stuff. That's a whole nother topic, but I know this, right? I've talked with some of these people, and I hung out with them online, and I could tell they were creating drugs. They were a fucking like global scientist, and they were creating drugs. So, I mean, the person got their article sent in my mailbox in a magazine. They didn't do it. It just came, and I was like, no fucking way. But I knew that person was talking about using substances, and I'm pretty sure they were talking about creating it and testing it on themselves, of course. And they were pretty positive about all this stuff, about all these neuro drugs, smart drugs and stuff, speed drugs. But if you look into who this guy is, like I just pulled up the Reddit, I searched alt-right, and what I say his name was, whatever I said his name, Patrick Little. If I searched for alt-right Patrick Little, and the first thing it did was pop up a ton of the original deceptors. Now, there are certain people out here, if you tap in alt-right in their name, they're not gonna show up on red ice. I don't want to throw names out there because I'm already seeing some of these people team up with this guy. Some of the names I've thrown out in the past are already like leaning towards, the Jews are good people, and it's just Zionist, and we have to do something about the Zionists, the Zionist white people even. That's kind of what he's little saying. But he's saying several things, and it's hard to just write that off, but at the same time, any of you who are actually alt-righters and know where the shit came from, or should I say, most of you, if you know where it came from, I bet most of you don't even think it's real, because it was too fishy, and there was so much around it. Like some of the people in it were talking about it and getting exposed. So if you're actually following it, you know, right? But Andrew Engelstein at Daily Stormer, he pushed this extreme hate stuff. Like, whoever he is, you can't even prove that person exists at this point in time, can you? And they'll put him on TV and put him in a prison cell on TV. Yeah, he's a